Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the mobile app coaching session here on VectorVest. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to have you here. Oh, man, and right now I am looking at the Roaring Kitty live stream. I can't believe that guy went and did a live stream at the same time I'm doing a live stream. I wonder if it's going to affect the amount of people that are here. I wonder. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know. Preferably with affirmative with VV Nation to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Did the Celtics win last night? I'm not a Celtics fan, but I am a Jason Tatum fan because he went to Duke. I'm a Duke fan. So it seems like the Celtics might have won. Glenn competing with Roaring Kitty. I know, Janice. Let's see if we can get, they got 396,000 people waiting to see him. I wonder if we can get 396,000 people here today, right now. Right now, you got to share this. You got to share this link. No way I'm getting that high. No way I'm getting that high. He hasn't started yet. I am watching the live stream. I'm waiting for him to come on. These people are going ballistic and waiting for this guy to speak. There it is. Jake says, Glenn is our Roaring Kitty. Maybe I should be Roaring Glenn. Maybe I should be Roaring Glenn. Or I should go, meow. One of the two. Look at that. Say, how many of you are playing? How many of you are playing the meme stock space? Type of one. You know, Lou, I'm with you. Let's try to get at least 1,000. I'd love to be able to try to get 1,000 people here. No, Jazz. I'm not just talking about GME. It's a big thing. So I got to mention it. All right, just think about it. It's a big thing. So I do have to talk about it. I know our channel, for the most part, is not a meme stock channel. All right? But Kiwi Meow, watch tonight's 6 p.m. video. Watch tonight's 6 p.m. video. I'm talking about 5 of the biggest buzz stocks that went on this week. There you go. Thank you, Koo. I'm looking at 5 of the biggest buzz stocks that happened this week. Hood is on the list. Jazz says, I don't want to watch Roaring Kitty. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm watching it. But, you know, we're not looking at it here. We're doing all mobile app. But I did, and James, I like that. Safe and sound stocks for him. What I did do is I created a watch list of meme stocks. For those of you who are interested in those stocks, listen, short term, I think if you time it right, that you will have an opportunity to make some money. But I think that if you don't time it right, you're probably going to lose more money than you make. So we'll look at some of the meme stocks today. Larry said shorted GME yesterday. The stock had earnings yesterday. They missed on earnings. They missed big on revenue. I think they had revenue coming in at like $1.1 billion, and they came in at 800 and some odd million. So we need to add extra off to the meme stock. Nah, San Francisco, Chris, it's not a meme stock. I don't think it's a meme stock. I think it's a very speculative stock, but I don't think it's in the meme space. The meme space meme stocks are social media hyped stocks. XROF is not one of those. XROF, though, is an extremely speculative stock. I'll say that, but I don't think it's a meme play. You can trade meme stocks either using the 3 and the 8 on the 1 minute bars or use the star setup. And I think you're right on that. FFIE is in there, AMC, BlackBerry, Wendy's is actually in that list too, believe it or not. All right, so with that, I like that. Janice says, Roaring Kitty to Jerome Powell. Hold my beer. Now, it's interesting that it's supposed to be going on, but he's not there yet. And I think he's just hyping this up more. 456,000 people. Yeah, I know, Akshaya. I'm looking at it. He's not there. I think he's hyping up these people even more. So, what did Jay said? There you go. All right. So let's look at the mobile app. We're going to get a little bit into the meme stock space. We're going to talk a little bit about it in the meme stock space. And I want you that from the perspective of being a mobile person or using the mobile app, there's not a lot of things that you can't take advantage of. A hot thing like today, meme stocks, jobs numbers, all of those things can affect the market as a whole. You need to be able to tap into those things. And that's what we're going to talk a lot about today. We're going to definitely talk a lot about watch lists. I do have a meme stock watch list, but just in general, understanding what happened with the jobs number, how it affected the market, how it's going to affect the way that you trade. In the Jockey Club today, what did we do? After the jobs number came out, we sat, we waited, and guess what? The market came to us. We didn't panic after the market moved. I'm looking at the mobile app now. The Dow is now up about 1/10. I'm looking at the spiders are up, pushing 1/10. The NASDAQ is down, pushing 1/10. The VectorVest composite is down about 4/10. Looking at oil, which I got out of, I did have a USO trade. Right now, I still have a price target on oil of about $90 for the summer months. Just in case you've never heard, in the summer times, we use about 3.5 million barrels of oil a day in the summer months. So I think the demand is going to be there. OPEC is cutting back on it. I think theoretically on paper it should go up, but I'm giving it a ceiling of about $90. Austin says, why would you ever sell NVIDIA? I still own, I got in before the split. The split hasn't occurred yet. We're going to look, as a matter of fact, let's go look at NVIDIA, NVDA. I was looking to see when the split would happen. It's still trading at $1,192. I think that it probably doesn't happen until the close of business. NVIDIA is still moving up. Love that. And you know, a lot of people, you sit back and you say, holy smokes, if you're not in NVIDIA, you should have been. But now that's after the fact. I think that on NVIDIA, I think Ryan did a great job. Type of one in the room if you watch Ryan's video and you think he did a great job talking about the split. That came from Jay. Jay said, hey, you guys need to do a video on how the split is going to affect the stock. And I think Ryan did a great job on that. And Jay, thank you for bringing that up in regards to us making sure that we do that. He did a great job. But I found out yesterday's live stream, Lee, are you here? Lee called up his broker and found out that if you own NVDL like I do, the split wasn't going to affect, it wasn't going to split there. So it's just interesting. I own NVDL. I got in before the split. I got in yesterday. Got in before the split. We're going to see how that plays out. Thank you, Lee, again, for doing that due diligence to check on that on NVDL. But here's NVIDIA, 3-month graph. You know, a down day yesterday, a little bit of indecision today. I always split before the split. I hear you, Tabula. Nothing wrong with that. What should I invest in today, Elijah? We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into that. All right. So looking at that, I also want to look at all of the big hype. He's still not on this channel yet. He's still not doing the live stream. Did he forget? Did he forget that he was doing this live stream today? Very interesting. He is not there. I am watching. 461,000 people are waiting. 461,000 people are waiting. Let's go look at GME, though. GME missing on both earnings and on revenue. And look at this. So very big wick on today's candle. Look at that big wick. There's a lot of people profit taking on that. Does the ETF split too in San Francisco? Lee let me know that the ETF does not split. The ETF does not split. NVIDIA splits, but the ETF does not. So we're looking at, excuse me, we're looking at all of the hype around GME, right? Look at today's candle. Look at today's candle. A lot of people are getting out of it. That, in Pennywise, I'm with you. That is interesting. I'm going to put it, and I don't know, we don't talk about this a lot, but let's go put this on a one-day graph. All right, one-day graph. There it is from 9:30 until right now. And I think that we don't talk enough about the ability to look at a live trading perspective on the mobile app. So I can look at intraday today. I am looking at intraday 1-minute bars, one day, as we watch the action starting from 9:30 this morning all the way. And it will continue to populate. It will continue to populate throughout the day. But I don't think, how many of you knew that you could, how many of you knew that you could look at the mobile app on an intraday basis? Type of one. How many of you knew that you could look at the mobile app on an intraday basis? Type of one. And I think that for those people who are not, tied to your computer, okay, actually, for those of you who are not tied to your computer all day, but want to have an opportunity to look at some day trades, you can. You actually can. Please call Roaring Kitty and remind them. Listen, people are still waiting. People are still. Now, I'm going to wonder to myself, how many of these people are going to get pissed? How many of these people are going to get pissed? Putting out that he's going to do a live stream. He's going to do it at 12. It is now 12:11, and he ain't there yet. Now you have to sit back and say to yourself, was this all a big charade? And if it was, I'd be pissed. You just pumped it up. Everybody's just like, and this could be a PR thing. Hey, I'm coming out after 3 months of being silent, and now, hey, come watch my live stream, and it ain't no live stream. I'd be kind of pissed off. Someone said he rescheduled to 4. Wow. Did anybody else hear that? I didn't hear that. And I'm looking at the site, and his site says it's supposed to be on at 12 p.m. All right, it's supposed to be on. So Kay may know something that we don't know, which is fine, but you would think that people would. So guess what? So I'm looking at this intraday. I'm going to the 3 dots in the top right-hand corner. I'm going to go look at the stock news. All right, and in the stock news, it should definitely show that they missed. If you hold NVDL, you have to pay a premium. Why wouldn't you sell or buy? I got into it because I know that it's going to pull back, and I let it be. Again, it's going to come up to one or two things, that either I was a genius or I was an idiot. GameStop slumps after announcing the sales of 75 million shares. Ooh. All right, 75 million shares on top of they missed earnings and they missed revenue. GameStop tanks on the surprise Q1 release, share offering, Roaring Kitty live stream on deck. And again, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one looking at the live stream saying, what the flying flip is going on? What's going on? All right. So all of the hype over a stock that's getting its butt kicked, it's down 22.79%. So there's a difference between looking at the narrative of, man, this is going on to the moon. I'm a diamond hands. I'm all of this, that, and the other thing. Let's put this on a 1-month graph. Would I buy it? Nope. Put it on a 3-month graph. Would I buy it? Nope. Notice that when he came back to life a couple of days ago, the stock shot up. But until it can take out, that's a 3-month high. This stock is not doing anything. He's detoxing. He needs several more hours. Again, I'm looking at the site, and now people are questioning, where the hell are you? Where are you? And I would be too. 454,000 people waiting. All right. So that's the big hype over GME. I'm not sure I would want to be in it right now. It is all hype. It's all hype. The bigger news, though, is the jobs number came in today. And the jobs number came in, a whole lot more people went back to work or got jobs than anticipated. The economy is showing signs of strength nonetheless. Showing signs of strength, which is going to help the Fed try to decide, well, is it really helping the Fed trying to decide what it wants to do? I think that if you got an economy that's strong or in a relative way, it's going to be tough for you to try to cut interest rates in a stronger economy. You cut interest rates when the economy is flailing, but it's not. Jay says, Glenn, I just spammed the Roaring Kitty stream with the link to this. Did you really, Jay? Did you really? OMG. Oh, man. Unemployment rate is at 4. Will Powell pull the trigger soon, says Ramor? I think that if it's at 4, I think we're still okay. If it goes above 4, then I don't know. I don't know. Even if unemployment goes up beyond 4, but inflation is still sticky. Keyword sticky. I don't know. Wow, Jay, you're a hell of a guy. That's for real. Thank you for that, Jay. I didn't tell you to do that, but someone said I bought gold. Let's go look at, do I not have gold stocks? I do. KGC is down. SGOL is down. Watch the dollar. All right. Austin said he rescheduled. That's jacked up. That I'm trying to see. Does anybody else say that? GME is not worth it. Prakash, I'm with you. I'm with you that I don't think that it's a good long-term play, but if you time it, there are some short-term opportunities. There are definitely some short-term opportunities if you time it right. JNUG is not in my list. I think I'm going to add it real quick. JNUG, I'll add that. And JNUG is down as well. Wow, JNUG is down 13%. I am a fan. I think that if you're going to look and play gold, can I move these? I can move these. Cold and boil. Let's go. JNUG. Did y'all know that y'all could do that? Boil, cold. Where's the gold stocks? Gold. Let's move that with gold. Let's move oil over. If you sit and you hold down on one of the symbols, hold it down, it starts wiggling. You can start moving these things around. This is kind of cool. All right. So I guess I did know that, but I don't remember that I do know that. There's oil, there's gold, there's gold, all down. You know what else I'm going to put in here? I'm going to put in a UUP. I bet you the dollar is up today. Did it not add it? UUP, I bet you. And it is. There's the dollar. The dollar is up today. I figured that it was if gold was down as much as it was. Gold. Let's go. I'll leave that there. There we go. Where's the done? Okay, it's done. All right, so normally when gold is going down, the dollar's going up. The dollar's up 0.8%, and it's affecting gold adversely. It's definitely affecting gold adversely. All right, now I can fix that finally, says Jazz. There you go. See, a little things you get to know. Shopify was a stock that someone was looking for. Let's go take a look at Shopify. Oh, goodness gracious, what am I on? That's a 1-year graph. Let's go put this on a 3-month graph. I'm not feeling that, but coming off this level of support, I see the 3, the 8, and the 20-year crossing. I see the 3, 8, 20-year crossing, and MACD is moving up. News on the unemployment report is saying that it's hype. Someone in the Jockey Club pointed out, because I was very curious to know in the jobs number where the jobs were found. The biggest number of jobs that were gotten were in the education and healthcare. The second biggest was the government. I wanted to know where the government stood in these jobs. And the education and healthcare was 86,000 jobs. The government jobs was 43,000. So education and healthcare was twice the number of government. I actually thought that there was, that it was going to be the other way around. San Francisco Chris asked, is there an ETF for meme stocks? I think there is. Anybody know what it is? I know 445,000 are waiting for Kitty. All right, 445,000 are waiting for Kitty. I think that there is a meme stock ETF. I don't remember what it is. Lou says Shop is on his 2-8 buy list. Most jobs added was part-time. That's another big thing. You're right. That is another big thing, Eugene, is that a lot of the jobs that were added were part-time jobs, because with inflation, a lot of people are in a spot where they're needing to add another job to make ends meet. Government jobs are expense to citizens and a burden on the economy. Absolutely. It's meme. All right, let's go take a look at that. MEME. No, I ain't got it. I ain't got the ticker symbol. That sucks. Dollar sign. It doesn't, interesting. I ain't got it. So let's do this. Someone asked me, there's 2 questions that came up. Confirmed down call, should we sell? Let's go look at the VVC. To answer that question, let's go see what the VVC is telling me. This is a 3-month view on the VVC. Before we do that, what is the majority of the color in the color guard? Yellow. So let's start off from there. What is the guidance? What is the direction? We got more yellow lights, which means that you need to be more cautious in the positions you own. That means you manage the positions you own. There's red, but there's more yellow than anything. More yellow than anything. I like that, Jazz Poo. The meme stock ETF is meme. Yeah, I know, but Jazz says it's called Poo. I don't know why I don't have it. Meme is down today per Yahoo. I don't know why we can't. I got to see if we can get into the software. So let me answer your question about the confirm call down. We got a lot of yellow. All right, number one. Number two, I'm looking at a 3-month graph on the composite. We're sitting in a channel between this level of resistance and this level of support. What am I looking for before I think about selling? I'm looking to go about halfway down this level of move from the low to the high, which ends up right about here as a support level. All right, I got a solid support level sitting right there, which is pretty much the halfway point of this most recent up move in the market, okay? If we break down below that, then I start to get more defensive in my stocks. Does that answer your question? The double top reward doesn't get confirmed until we hit somewhere down here. But in regards to what's going on in the market right now, we're in a definite channel between that level of resistance, that level of support. And until we can break, and that's a good midpoint of what's going on in the market during the most recent upward move. When we start to break below that level of support, then I start getting a lot more defensive in my portfolio, looking at shutting down some of my positions, shortening, tightening my stops, or start hedging with contra ETFs. Does that make sense with everybody in the room? Type a yes or a no. All right, in regards to what's going on in the market right now, does that make sense to everybody in the room, yes or no? All right, I think that it's important that we do have the confirmed down call, but looking at the power of the VectorVest program to help you to make the right decisions. I don't want anybody to panic sell. But I don't want anybody to be not making the right decisions at the right time. And Kiwi, you're right, MACD is down, but it's pushing a little back up. Well, that makes sense while we're sitting in a channel. It makes sense while we're sitting in a channel. I'm wondering how many people are getting pissed off. Now we went from 450,000 waiting to 434. I'm looking, nobody still is talking about the time change. Nobody's talking about the time change in the chat. Kind of interesting. All right, so in this current market, I'm going to be managing my positions, tightening stops. I'm not ready. Is my iPad about to die? Can you charge it? I can't charge it while I got this plug-in. All right, this plug is pushing out to the screen. I hope it doesn't die. I found out about an hour and a half ago that the iPad was dead. So I can't charge it. If I try to take it out to charge it, this plug goes out to the screen, then I could charge it. But I can't charge it while we're doing the presentation. Something tells me I shouldn't have done that either. Oh, there it is. Whew. Oh, sugarfoot. Whew. All right. So, the selling may and go away. I don't think it was going to happen this year. With everything that was going on, I really didn't think that was going to happen this year. And I still don't. I still don't think that we have that situation this year. I think it's way too much. I'm not buying an Android. I think it's way too much stuff happening in the market to sell in May and go away. I don't think that this is the year for that. I just don't think that this is the year for that. All right, let's go and find some stuff. On a day like today, though, the Dow is up, NASDAQ is up, S&P is up, the VVC is down, confirmed call down, DEW up. You know something? With today's activity, let's go back to the VVC. With today's activity in the channel, a little bit of indecision day. Let's go see my watch lists. These are going to be sorted by just stuff that I've got, bank stocks, airline. And again, I'm hoping that you guys have been able to, oh, he's coming on, 18 seconds. All right, he is coming on. I see it's counting down. It's counting down. So maybe he's not waiting until 4 o'clock. People were getting mad. 5 seconds. I'm watching. I know, Lloyd, I'm watching. There he is. But turn this down. There he is. He's on. He's on. All right. So, like Roaring Kitty, wow, a lot of people left. I need to turn this volume down. Hold on. I muted it, but there he is. All right. There he is. And I'm just curious to see. The numbers are going to jump back up. 369,000. There he is. All right. So hopefully, as I've been mentioning over the past few weeks, build watch lists. Build watch lists. From here, folks, you can keep your eyes on industries that are interesting to you. All right. And so we'll see. Now I wonder if the GME will pump now. We'll take a look. Glenn, could it be possible there's no live presentation from Roaring Kitty and all he's doing is... I was thinking that, Blaine, but it looked like he's coming on now. Looks like he's coming on now. I thought that it could have been a PR play. I honestly thought that it could have been a PR play. But it looks like he's getting ready to come on right about, and I'm looking. You should not treat any opinion expressed on this YouTube channel as specific and do so. Yeah, here he comes. He's coming. All right, let's go look at what I do like about looking at watch lists in the mobile app is looking at the RTs right then and there. Cryptos on the rise, 1.29%. As far as RT, what's moving up today? BITQ up 2%. BTF up 0.5%. Block up 0.5%. SPBC up 0.5%. How about BITO is up 1%? Go take a look at that. Ooh, put that on a 3-month graph in a channel though. I'm not feeling that. No, not feeling that. I need BLCN to break above that level of resistance. I do like this retracement though from support. SB, ooh, I need it to go above that level of resistance. Nice open bar today on SPBC. Look at that. Trading right at the top of the level. Very little wick at the top. Let's go. Block. A lot of people own Block. I don't think that this is a bad play. Coming off this level of the low, off the level of support, moving up. Coming up to this level of resistance right here. This is not a bad play. I do like the rising MACD. There he is. Oh my gosh. He's sitting in a, what is that with him? Looks like he got beat up. All right. So I think that this is just, I think he's trying to show that GME is getting beaten up. Yeah, I see him. He looked like he's showing that GME has gotten beaten up and now he's gotten beaten up. I'm looking at him. All right. So listen, could I like, it doesn't matter. I'm seeing him. I'm doing a live stream, Ryan. Hood. Ryan's trying to talk to me, dude. I like Hood. In that crypto space, again, I like that. Look at it. He's moving around like he's gotten beaten up on life support. All right. GME is down 32%. Down 32%. All right. So, but Hood, watch tonight's video. This is a buzz stock today. All right. This is a buzz stock this week, and it's in my video tonight. Take a look at Hood. And I want you to tell me what you think I'm thinking about in crypto space. Glenn, has Joey and Roaring Kitty should have Kiwi Meow? So maybe, Roaring Kitty and then you got Kiwi Meow. All right. So he's showing that he's gotten beaten up. He's back. He got 554,000 people watching right now. All right, there you go. Got 554,000 people watching now, right now. I do like some of these crypto plays, even though I call it crypto. Glenn, how do I get to see the screen you're looking at? Prakash, I'm looking at a different screen with, all you got to do is go to YouTube and look for Roaring Kitty. Go to YouTube, look for Roaring Kitty. He is streaming on his channel. He's streaming on his channel. All right, so go look for Roaring Kitty. So I do like from a watch list perspective, seeing that the RT on crypto ETFs is at 1.29%. What else is up here? 1.35% on gold. But gold is getting beaten up today. Overall, gold has been rocking. But right now, look at just about every gold stock in here there's not one that's going up. Oh, there it is. NSRPF is going up. It's a 10-cent stock though. Gold stocks are getting beaten up today. Even CDE, which is the number one by VST in the list, is going down today. Watch the dollar. All right. Healthcare. Now, interesting that healthcare played a big role in the jobs number. Glenn, if the stocks in your watch list cross their buy points on a day where the color guard is red or yellow, do you still take a position or just watch it run? I am of the mindset I will not buy a stock on a down day. I think that's important. I'd rather enter the trade with the stock moving up than to enter the trade with the stock moving down. All right, so Remorse says, just look at Roaring Kitty. For a guy who's been beaten up, he's pretty lively. All right, it's been 3 years since he did a live stream. And everybody and their mama wants to go see him. 614,000 people are watching him. All right, and we got 164 people watching me. Way to go, VV Nation. Woo! Okay, I'm being facetious. I love you guys to death. I really, 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 really do. I just want you to know that. Magnificent 7 with an RT at 1.23. Ooh, Magnificent 7 ETFs, the cheaper way to play the Magnificent 7. These are all of the ETFs for the Magnificent 7. All right, and look at the majority of them are going up. I own Apple ETF and I own NVIDIA ETF. Out of the Magnificent 7, I own those two, but I think that this is a great way to play the Magnificent 7 with less money. All right, with less money. As I watch a couple of stocks come in, let's go look at let's go look at NUGT. Let's go look at Nugget. Wow, Nugget is getting beaten up. The gold stocks are getting beaten up. I'm not touching that. VIRC. Let's go take a look. It's up 18% today. Was that an earnings play? Let's go to the news. I'm thinking that might have been an earnings play. It's up 18%. There it is 2 hours ago. Beats Q1 estimates and revenues. That's why it's up so nicely today. Let's go take a look at it, though. Put this on a 3-month graph. Nice update today. Prior to that, came down to this level of support. The news came out, the 3 to 8 and the 20 crossed above, and then it stopped right at the 3-month high. A nice level of resistance. That's where the wick stopped on it today as well. That's a technical move. All right, so very interesting as I'd like to see it. Not a big up day today, almost, 18.5%. That's a nice move. If there's more continuation to this move, I'd like to see it move above that level of resistance. MACD is getting better, not positive yet, but getting better. $12.84, nice earnings move. But for continuation, for some sense of confirmation, I'd like to see it go above the 3-month move. 3-month high. MCK, is that McKesson? Yep. McKesson. Wow, that is a beautiful looking equity curve. That's a 45-degree angle. That's a 45-degree angle. Love that play. 3-month graph. I like that. MACD is just, that's an excellent play. It's up 0.5%. I like that play. Mags looks at the Magnificent 7 as an ETF. All right, let's go look at Mags, MAGS. And let's go, yep, just Magnificent 7 is moving up. You'd think the ETF is, this is a cheaper way to play the whole Magnificent 7. This is a cheaper way to play the whole Magnificent 7. Let's go Bashir. One CLEU, China. A lot of people, I'm getting a lot of people who are telling me I am not investing in a Chinese stock. And you know something? That's fine. Let's go back to the 1-year look. Look at earnings. Look at earnings on that. Look at that negative. It's getting less negative. I do like that. Look at the volume on this. Let's go look at fundamentally horrible. Relative value below 1, relative safety below 1. It's moving up where RT is at 2. Comfort in, man, way overvalued. Put this back on a 3-month graph. I don't know what happened over the last 3 days to make this stock move up. So let's go look at the stock news. It's up 36% today. 36. Limited reports financial results for fiscal year 2023. Limited reports financial results for the first 6 months of fiscal year 2023. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to hold that. It's going up for 3 days. It did break through a level of resistance right here for 3 days in a row. But look at the big wicks at the top, some selling pressure. Roaring Kitty is drinking beer on his live stream. Looks like just another passing fad to me. Why do you buy Chinese stocks when I can buy U.S. stocks and make money? Prakash, there's a lot of people out there who go and they play Chinese stocks. Glenn, why you keep trying to get VV Nation to go watch Roaring Kitty? I'm not. I know that it's big news. I'm incorporating that into what we got going on here. I'm not trying to make anybody want to go watch anything. I know, and again, one of the big things that I like about what we do is we try to keep relevant with what's relevant. That's relevant. Even though I'm watching it, it's relevant. And that's the reason why. That's the reason why. VIRC. Did I not look at that? Maybe not. VIRC. Let's go take a look. Ooh, big. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not look at this? Wasn't that earning? Oh, that was. We did look at that. Earnings play. I'd like to see it break above the 3-month level. ONON. On. It's like on. ONON. On holding. Bottom left, top right at a level of resistance. It's got to get past that. MACD, this is kind of a bearish divergence. Well, not really. The stock's price is moving sideways. MACD is falling. All right. MACD is falling, but still positive. It needs to break above that 3-month high before I think about getting into it. It's up almost 2% today. So I like the move coming off this level of support. I like it went through that level of resistance, that level of resistance, that level of resistance. I'd like to see it go through the 3-month. If I'm not already in it, if I got in it back here, I'm happy. I'm happy. The 3 and the 8 are still holding even after the pullback. 3 and the 8 are still holding. I'd like, if I'm going to get into it as a new position, I'd wait to see if it could break above the 3-month high. All right, Crocs. Let's go take a look at Crocs. Crocs. Let's go see what it looks like. Those are the ugliest shoes in the world. 3-month graph. Testing this level of former resistance now as a level of support. It stopped. Even though the candle is open today, the 3 and the 8 are negative. The 3 is below the 8. It's still above the 20. Longer term trend. Excuse me. Longer term trend on the 20, but the 3 and the 8 might be crossing back again. It did stop at that level of now support, which was former resistance, and testing it. Looks like it might have some room to run up again. Negative MACD, though, from a technical standpoint. Is Roaring Kitty really Joey? No, not at all. Not at all. CAMT. Let's go look at CAMT. CAMT. Up today, 3%. Love that stock. Bottom left, top right, 45-degree angle. Look at that. Earnings. RV, RS, both above 1. Fundamentally sound. In an uptrend. And, man, it is overvalued, but a lot of stocks in the market right now are overvalued as well. But that's an excellent looking stock. If I'm not in it, you know something, right now it's at a new 3-month high. I wouldn't mind going 12 cents higher than the high. MACD is getting less negative. Actually, it looks like it just went positive. I like that play. And it's a buy. The 3 is above the 8, which is above the 20, 3% up. Was this an earnings play? Let's go hit the dots, hit the stock news. Was this an earnings play? Could have been. Gain, but here's earnings estimate rising. That's 16 days ago. I got nothing new. Whatever it is, that's a nice move. Very little wick at the top. I like that play. I'd look to enter 12 cents higher than the high. But be careful with the market, with what the market's doing right now. Be careful with that. If SHIP is down in the morning, would you hold it or get out for the day while it drops? No. All right, so now, Lisa, you got to ask yourself the question. If you're looking at a company like SHIP, okay, are you day trading it to get in? And after which, are you trying to hold it? Sigh. SHIP. All right, let's start this way, Lisa. What the flying flip? SHIP. SHIP. There we go. SHIP. One. I like the stock long term. All right. I like the stock long term. Bottom left, top right. Fine. Now I'm looking for an entry. Ooh. The stock created a nice level of support right about in this area of 1170. Okay. The 3 and the 8 are not working with me. It is above the 20. So technically, Lisa, I need the stock to get out of this sideways move. Now, if you get in, if you're trying to trade this now, long term, I don't use intraday data. I don't use intraday data to manage the trade. Does that make sense, Lisa? All right, if I'm going to get into this and I like it long term, I don't use intraday data to manage the trade. Now, if I'm getting in, let's go put this on a one-day graph. I don't like this intraday, but if I get in intraday and I'm trying to day trade, then that's a different story. Now, I'm still using the 3, the 8, and the 20. Still using the 3, 8, and 20, but now I'm going to trade from an intraday perspective. There's a difference. If I like SHIP long term, I don't trade off of intraday data. If I'm strictly trying to play SHIP on a day trade, then if it goes up in the morning and starts going down and something like the 3 and the 8 cross, then I get out of it. Lisa, does that answer your question? Because that's a great question. Does that answer your question? Hopefully it does. Blaine says, I agree. If you want solid information on retirement and investing from a professional, stay here. There you go. I'm trying to figure out my style. Got it. There you go. You have to make a decision when you look at the stock, whether you're trying to hold it long term or you're just utilizing some semblance of a day trade. All right. Star Bulkers. SBLK. I like SHIP. I still think I own SHIP. I think I still have a position in SHIP. Last time I checked, I was up like 30% on it. I think I still own, and I think it was part of a video that I did that I liked it in the video that I went out and bought. Roaring Kitty is rambling and killing the stock. Let's go back to GME. All right, this was all about, GME, and let's go put this on a one-day graph. There it is. He came on at 12. Look at the stock. He came on after 12, but look, the stock just broke through an intraday level of support. So with all of the hype, and I love this from a mobile app perspective, with all of the hype, instead of going out and going, man, everybody's going to drop. Look at the mobile app. The mobile app can help you in the need of taking advantage of hype. All right. Jay says, we will find out later that he shorted. Wow, whoever shorted the stock is making money. I don't know how many shares are still out there to be shorted. I don't know. Baltic Dry Index is down from a few months ago, but appears to be rising gradually, which is going to help shipping stocks, which will definitely help shipping stocks. What time is it? 12:43. Man, we talked a lot. I got an opportunity still to look at your stocks. You know something? I still want to go to stock pick ideas. I don't know if I want to buy high momentum stocks. How many people are actively still trading their retirement stocks? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you are still actively trading your retirement stocks? Type of 1 in the room. Because this is something else that we don't talk about in the room, is the ability. A lot of times we talk about momentum stocks, but something, even from a mobile app perspective, making sure that your retirement stocks are on point and keeping up. Let's go look at retirement stocks. How about overall top rated stocks, safest stocks, buy recommendations, top dividend payers? Let's go with safest buy rated stocks. So these are stocks with a high relative safety that have a buy recommendation. If you look at the left, all of them have a green buy on these. And these relative safeties are high. I like this even from a mobile perspective to stay on top of what's going on. And you know, Jay says just selling covered calls. Nothing wrong with that. But maybe, maybe even in selling your covered calls, maybe you need to make sure you're selling covered calls on stocks that are in this list. Does that make sense, Jay? Look at these stocks. Just look at these stocks. These are the kinds of, now you can understand why this is a list of stocks that you need to have in your retirement portfolio if you don't. From a mobile perspective, folks, I invite you to go out to this list. See if you own any of these stocks. And if you don't, maybe you might want to consider transferring some of that. Look at that, Costco. Holy smokes. Look at these stocks. Look at their earnings per share. Some of these are more volatile than others. And if you look at a stock and it's a little bit more volatile than you like, go to the next stock. Go to the next stock. Wow. Look at that. All right. So for those people who are monitoring a little bit more daily on your financial stuff, the mobile app will help you with that. We don't always talk about that. We always talk about, oh, let's go look at these momentum stocks, these high-flying stocks while you're on the road. But sometimes when you got a minute or two and you're sitting back and you want to make sure that you're watering the stocks that are in your portfolio, your retirement portfolio, make sure they grow well. Some of these stocks you may not have. Some of these stocks you may want to consider. How many people found this useful? Type of one. How many of you found this useful? Because again, we talk about being more actively aggressive on the mobile app. Sometimes we got to take just a little bit of a step back. Sometimes we got to take just a little bit of a step back to focus in on the long-term retirement plays. And the mobile app will help you with that. And all right, so the question is, how do you find these stocks? What I went to was, I went to the left. I went to Stock Pick Ideas. All right, I went to Stock Pick Ideas. You notice that in the section here, it says retirement stocks, overall top rated stocks, safest buy rated stocks, and top dividend stocks. I clicked on safest buy rated stocks. Boom. There you go. There you go. And all I did was go down. Now remember, these are high relative safety stocks. Look at their relative safeties. These are high, and that's on the right-hand side. These are high relative safety stocks, and they are all buy recommended stocks. They're all buy recommended stocks. So when I say things like the mobile app is the power of the program in your pocket, I ain't just whistling Dixie. The stocks, the ideas, the analysis, the work is done for you. All you got to do is just let the software do what it needs to do. All right, there's a couple of things that I do want to talk about. Just like we do in all of our live streams, we try to take a look at your stocks. Today, I didn't even look at likes, wasn't a big deal. Today, I just wanted to go through, I think more and more on the mobile app, I think it's important to look at your stocks more so than not, because you need to effectively have a better understanding on how to use the mobile app. Folks, we are trying to make it so simple that even Jay can do it. All right, Jay, type an ouch in the room. Type an ouch in the room. All right, because that was a burn on Jay. I love Jay. Type an ouch, though. I'm waiting for your ouch. We try to make this so simple for you to use while you're out and about. And there's so much in here that you can use. And I try to point you into the direction of the things that are going to be most important to you as individual investors, okay? So let's go back to Stock Pick Ideas. You know, a lot of times, like I mentioned, we look at the hot stock stuff, hot industries. You want to stay on top of what industries are the hottest. Steel is still a hot industry. ETF, currency, others, that's more crypto. Apparel, shoes, Decker is in there, electrical connectors, and transportation, ships. Still one of the top 5 industries in here. And ship down today, like I said, I own it. down today, but how about BWLP up 1.8%? Let's go look at that graph. Lisa was talking about buying into a stock and understanding whether you want to buy it long-term or day trade it. I look at this stock, Lisa, and I say to myself, I like the move. I like the move from, I sigh, 3-month graph. I like the move off this level of support. I like the move up. Is it too late? Well, you know something? I got a level of gap right here. I noticed that the 3 is not below the 8. Long-term, I might like this stock, but I want to see it move up a little higher. Probably want to wait for that level of resistance before I jump on board. But this is a stock, Lisa, that I would want to stay in longer. I don't want to do this as a day trade. Good stocks will always have their ups and downs. Always. Every stock is going to always have its ups and downs. Well, the U.S. Department of Justice preparation to launch a probe into a... I saw that they were going after the big AI companies. I might have to do that as part of my live stream on Monday. I think I might just do that. I think I saw a probe going into the top AI companies. I want to look into that before I do a story on it, Lee. I want to look into that, and I think it might be on Monday's live stream, midday market update. I want to look at that. I definitely want to look at that. I've seen that story pop up on more than one occasion, and I'm interested in knowing how it will affect AI being such a hot space. Thank you for bringing that up, Lee. Thank you for bringing that up. I know it's not only NVIDIA. I know. I am going to put that as one of my stories on Monday's live stream. Going to put that as one of Monday's live stream stories. Man, stock detail. What were we in? We were in transportation. That's the only one that's going up today. Interesting. Transportation under some selling. AMKBY. What is that? It's up 0.6% though. Ugh, I'm not feeling that. That's way too gappy. Zim is up 1%. Big pullback though. Look at that. What I don't like about Zim, look at the 1-year graph. All right, look at the 1-year graph and look at the earnings on the graph. Look at the earnings on the graph. A lot of people are buying into Zim because of the dividend. All right. But I don't know if the dividend is worth it unless you just get in, get the dividend and get out. You get in before the ex-dividend date and get out. You could do that and do that time and time again, but it gets taxed. I got the dividend once. It's an Israeli company. I got the dividend once and I got taxed out the butt. And I said, I'm not doing that no more. Apparently ChatGPT is affected as well, said Pennywise. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at that. I think I'm going to do that as one of the stories on Midday Market Update. All right. What else do we want to talk about? Oh, let's go to portfolios. I want to go to my portfolios. And these are all the portfolios that I have. And the reason why I like looking at these portfolios is because it's a better reflection of the stories that I do on the YouTube channel and saying, hey, we said this and hey, we said that. I want to be able to show you that after we did the video, what the results were. What the results were. Marcel says, would you do a credit bull spread on SPX? Even with the confirmed down call, it looks like, no, I wouldn't yet. I know that the confirmed call is a slower call. You know what and I don't think that even Ron Wheeler uses the confirmed call. He uses the DEW. So I wouldn't base it off of the confirmed call, Marcel. I would base it off the DEW. All right. If the DEW is up, then rock and roll with it. I don't think that Ron does a lot of option trades outside of the DEW. So I would use the DEW. Does that make sense, Marcel? The MACD indicator is very powerful in stochastics. Something, I like the MACD. I like stochastics as well, but I got to pick one or the other. All right. So let's talk about some of the videos I've done. Let's go look at 5-year growth stocks. What's that up? 2.4%. I don't know when I did this video, but you can go look in the channel. It's all right. It's got CrowdStrike. 3 out of the 5 stocks are up. I'll take that. All right. Oh, the GLP-1 stock. Somebody wanted me to do a video or talk about these. This was on 5/20 of 2024. I started this portfolio. It's up 8.12%. Hims is the biggest mover in there. All of the other stocks are actual GLP-1 stocks. Hims is getting on board by piggybacking off of Novo Nordisk. But NVO is, they're up almost 8%. Eli Lilly, which is in my Magnificent Seven stocks, is my honorable mentions, up 9.3%. Only one stock is down in this list, that's Amgen. All right, so the GLP-1 stocks, yeah, it's called the Massive Magnificent Seven. I just did a video on that. And look at that, it's up 4.6%. The biggest thing in here is that it just added TSM. TSM is the biggest mover. How about these stocks on my new Magnificent Seven, my MM7 stocks? All of them are winners since I did the video. Every single one of them are winning stocks. Tesla's out. Tesla's out. So I replaced Tesla with TSM pretty much. Mobile app picks. You guys have a portfolio that we've, put stocks into. It's up 7.39%. You guys have the best portfolio out here. All right, have the best portfolios. Hey, VV Nation, there are over 150 people watching, only 50 likes. Yeah, Jay, you know me. I try to do the best that I can, but I'm not going to twist anybody's arms for likes. If they feel compelled to want to say they like it, they do. If not, I hear it. It's all good. It's all good. Multi-bagger search has done very well, 25%. 25% since January 22nd of 2024. VITL, pretty much 2 bags. ADMA, 1 bag. I did a variation of this called Multi-Bagger 2. It's up 6.84%. I got USAP pushing towards 1 bag. Okay, pushing towards 1 bag. SHIP, nobody else is running, rocking, and rolling yet, but that's all right. You're in the list. Hit the like button, folks, if you want your stocks to be looked at. Well, today, Ramor, I've been looking at stocks without even looking at the like button. All right, without looking at the likes, I've been just hitting stocks from all over the place. So, Glenn, NVIDIA just turned green for the day. Well, that's because the market. Let's go back to market overview. Let's go to the VVC. Well, the Dow is up 0.2, pushing 1/4. IXIC is up over 1/4, and the SPX is up over 1/4. Let's go look at the Dow itself. Got a wick at the top of the candle, though. It's got a wick at the top of today's candle. Let's go look at the IXIC. Look at that. Hitting new all-time highs on the NASDAQ. Again, a lot of that comes off of, he's showing his position. He's showing his position. And how much, holy sugarfoot. Y'all see how much money he made? Wow. He showed his portfolio. He showed his, you see, 54. I don't know what number that's a lot. That's a big number. Somebody tell me what that number is. Somebody tell me what that number is. Is he a billionaire? He just showed his portfolio. Wow, that's a lot of money. Given the unemployment rate rise, yeah, listen, wow, okay. All right, so I think the IXIC has been moving up primarily because of NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is carrying the NASDAQ. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's go to the S&P. I think NVIDIA is in the S&P as well. I think it's in the S&P as well. But look at, the market did turn around. Look at the open candles. 9-digit balance is that billions, Kiwi? Doesn't that make him a billionaire? I'm just asking. Does that make him a billionaire now, Kiwi? Whew. I don't know. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. I don't know. I would have, something with that kind of money, I would have just sat back and just shut up for the rest of my life. I would have just, and this is the problem. This is the problem with this. He made all of this money off of the backs of a lot of people who are bag holders. 10 digits for $1 billion. Thank you, Ramor. 10 digits for $1 billion. And That's where I have a problem with this. That's where I have 500 million. That's why I have a problem with this and with meme stocks in general. All right, so that's all I got to say about that. And, he was transparent. He showed his portfolio. In my mind, I think he just put his middle finger up to everybody and said, thank you for hooking a brother up. Okay. That's what I got to say about that. Because the majority of the people that are watching him is nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. I think that's a good way to end on today. All right. I got an opportunity to look at a lot of your stocks. We looked at the meme mania that went on. We talked about the jobs number. I talked about being able to use the power of the program to look at your retirement stuff. There's nothing that you cannot do for the most part in the mobile app that you need to do on a daily basis. Make sure your retirement stuff is up to good. Like Lisa was asking, being able to see a stock and determine right from the 1-year graph if this is a stock that you want to be in long-term, or is this a stock you want to be in short-term, and how to play that stock. Lee says, thank you for everything, Glenn. Have a great weekend. We are nowhere near what you are worth, Glenn. You ain't trying to get me to be non-humble. I ain't saying, I'm not doing that. All right. People like Kitty discuss me. Something, he's got a right to do this. I think that with, he's got 593,000 people watching this. I think, it's about to die soon. That's right. We're right at the end. I think we did well. We did well with the iPad coup. I'm not gonna say he disgusts me, but I think that it becomes a big pump. But you know something, folks? I got the data. The data says I don't care what the flying flip he says, right? That's what the data tells me. I don't care what he says. The stock went down even more since he came on and did his live stream. So that's the power of the program in your pocket right here, so that you don't get caught up in the minutia of what everybody else is saying. You don't get caught up in the minutia of what nobody's pumping. I don't care how big his portfolio is. I want you guys to be able to make the right decisions for you and not get caught up holding the bag, because most people are. Most people are. I don't want VV Nation to be part of that statistic, so we teach you how to use the power of the program in your pocket so that you don't get caught up in that. Now, if you do, that's on you. I'm trying to show you how to not do that. And I didn't say that you couldn't make money on these trades. They should be short-term, time to trade. If you want, you ain't making $500 freaking million. But if you can make a couple $1,000s, go for it. The opportunity is there. The opportunity is there. Just be careful. With that being said, folks, I gotta go. Thank you guys. We didn't get 575,000 people showing up, but I got the people who really want to stay on top of what's going on in the market. Everybody who was here was supposed to be here. All the people who weren't here, this wasn't for them. This was for you, and I thank you for supporting the channel. With that being said, folks, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks.